Hi, I'm Dave from Military Antiques Toronto, and today I'm going to show you some of the items that we've purchased that walked in the door. One's a show purchase, two are show purchases, three are show, a few are show purchases. Other items walked in the door. You know what you never get when you're going to run a retail store? Stuff walks in, people call you. Sometimes they ask in the same prices, and sometimes they don't. On a little side note, I had a gentleman in the store. I'm reasonable, honest. I am very reasonable. I'm the most reasonable person you'll probably ever meet. I'll go to my way to help you. But this gentleman from Montreal, which has nothing to do with why he was unreasonable, but he comes in the door, and the first words out of his mouth are, "Oh, well, you're very expensive. Can I get a discount?" I'm like, I don't even know you. You're approaching this the wrong way, I'm thinking. And then he's questioning my stuff, going, "Well, is that real?" "Well, I hope so. It's $15,000. He's like, "Well, I don't know if it's real." "Well, you don't even collect that stuff. How would you know?" But all right, whatever. Then he picks out a medal, and it's $1,250. South African Stabulary, QSA, Canadian. So it's not that easy to get. And it's $12.50. He's like, "Well, I'll buy it for 8." I'm like, I said no. I actually didn't tell him off yet. Yet, that's the key word. And I was like, "What? How much do you think I pay for this stuff? Like, come on." So then he picks another medal out after going through all the cases and finger, everything, and comes up with, "Okay, well, I'm interested in this other medal, another QSA." And he's like, it says A, which takes 750. Sure, no problem. That's fine. Whatever, right? That was reasonable. I can live with that. Then he picks up a French Legion of Honor and says, "Well, I'll take this for $50." I'm like, "How much does the price tag say?" Because I don't. He's got it in his hand. I don't have it in front of me. He's like, "Oh, it says 270." That's when I started swearing at him. Yes, I did. I fully admit. I kind of lost my temper and my patience. Actually, I lose my temper. I lost my patience. What a stupid conversation. So then he's going on about, and this is some of the customers I have some great customers, but I have some other ones that are on a special bus. I've never seen this guy before in my life, and it was a trip. And so after telling him no, hell no, and many other words that I can't put on here because it's supposed to be family friendly, don't you know? Um, he turned around and said, "Okay, well, I'll give you 250." I'm like, "No, I don't want your money. Put it back. I don't. It's 270, and I don't want your money. Put it back. I'm not interested." So he pays me for the one medal and goes to leave and tells me that I need to learn how to negotiate. I thought that was pretty funny. I need to learn how to negotiate. This guy's telling me I need to learn how to negotiate. If I came up to collectors at shows and they had something for $300 and I said, "I'll give you $50," and I know there is one dealer in Ontario here who does exactly that because he thinks he can get away with it. Probably because no one's punched him in the face yet, truthfully, and I won't use his name, though if any of you dealers are at the shows have seen this, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Um, Short little Eastern European dealer. And I kind of thought it funny that he was telling me that I need to learn how to negotiate. So next week I'm doing a deal for $2 million on something I won't discuss on this forum. But yeah, you're right. I need to learn how to negotiate. I thought that was pretty funny. Anyways, without further ado, I will show you some of the items I've picked up. Um, yeah, takes all kinds. Right. Where to start? This has not been listed yet. It's not on the website. I bought this at the last show in a boot sale out in the parking lot. I haven't. This will be up. Well, probably by the time you see this video, this will be listed. It's pretty cool, actually. It's a silvered. I'm sure it's not sterling. Bugle, and it says presented by the City of Birmingham, 1938, to HMS Birmingham. That's pretty cool. That's not something I've had before. Navy stuff isn't my expertise. I don't get a lot of it. It's a hard sell sometimes, but the cool stuff does sell. And I'm sure the guy I bought this from is going to see me say just that, which was not my goal to get him to sell me more stuff cheap. It's just more a matter of Navy stuff in general is a harder sell unless you get the right piece or the right person. So, anyways, that's really cool. It's marked right there, HMS Birmingham, presented by the City of Birmingham, 1938, with the, I assume, the shield of the city crest of Birmingham on. So, no hallmarks that I found, unless I'm blind. I might need new glasses, but I don't think so. Um, no, I don't see any hallmarks on this. I don't think there was any hallmarks. But that's a cool piece. So That's not listed yet, but it will be sooner than later. Um, this is a British, Canadian. I don't know if it's British. Let's see. Traditionally, these are broad arrowed on the wood, but this wood is old, and all of course it's old wood. That's not what I meant. What I meant is that it's been weathered because it's been sitting outside, as you can tell. It's not perfect, but this is used for spiking your horses in World War I. You put this in the ground and you put the reins through there so the horse doesn't wander off. Pretty cool piece to have. I've had a few of them. They're not ultra rare, but they're not that common either. They're not something you find that often, honestly, at the shows. I think it's the second one in 2 years. But it's a good World War I cavalry piece, so not often you see them, but that walked in the door, so I'll get that listed sooner than later. This was neat. It's Victorian Merchant Navy. Merchant Navy? Yes, Merchant Navy. So this was used pre-World War I with the Prussian lace on here. They found it didn't work so well, so they got rid of it. And there you can see the Prussian lace, and there's the back of it. Nice board. It's a single, unfortunately, but there you can see the Victorian crown and Merchant Navy on there. Very nice piece. Not something you turn up every day, but more stuff, right? Then I've had these before. There are different dated ones. They're always dated on the lip here. So this is a Canadian Expeditionary Force tin, which you would get chocolates, etc. in. So it's pretty neat, actually. It's very patriotic. It's got Maple Leaf Forever on it, there and there, and it says either conquer or die. Interesting. So I've had 17 dated ones of these, and this is an early one dated 15. It has no contents, as you can tell. It's empty. Pretty cool piece. So that is not listed. That just walked in the door today, so that'll get put up and sooner than later and listed. So this is World War I Canadian. It's called Zambuk. I didn't even check. I think the contents are in there, but I don't want to mess it up. So let's see if I can open this without breaking it. Okay, I'm not going to bother. So there is stuff in here. It's in the newest book that I did. So this is shown exactly in there. Personal kit. So it says on it, great herbal balm. So contains no lard and no other animal oil or fat. So I guess you're not putting it on toast anytime soon. It's for sore and aching feet, it says. It's got the contents, which is what I like about it, truthfully. And there's directions in case you can't figure out how to put it on. I don't understand why you wouldn't be able to figure it out. So that was cool. It's in the book that I published. So great item to piece to have for personal kit. So that'll get listed. I picked up another World War I canteen. The funny part is they're not common. I do have the other one. It's kind of messed up because the moss got to the case. In this, the wool covering, sorry. In this case, it's very nice. It's just missing the leather strap. But you know what? It's a Boer War canteen, not something you find every day. So British, Canadian, they're not around. That's cool. Not listed yet. That's another thing to get done. But by the time you see this video, it probably will be listed. Let me move that before it falls over. More stuff. Lee Metford bayonet with frog, leather frog. The leather frog's the hardest part to get. You find lots of bayonets around. In fact, I think I just listed a Lee Metford bayonet without scabbard and without the frog because you just don't find them. This one is dated 1896. It's not the best condition, truthfully. I'm going to do something I keep lecturing people not to do, but yeah, this needs, I don't know if it can be restored. It needs a good wiping down. I think my fingers are nice and black now. So I'm going to have to wipe that off with some oil after the show, after this video, to make it cleaner. But what you don't find is the leather frog. So they're just not around. Lee Metford stuff is collectible and is not common. So that's another piece that we'll get. I'm going to wipe that off after, try and clean the blade off of all the garbage that's on there, and hopefully get it listed. So that'll be next week. Ball pouch, Oliver equipment. Is this Oliver? Oliver. It's War Department stamped right there. This is unblancoed. You find them blancoed a lot because it made it look good for parade. This one, walked in the door, it is stiff and unissued. I think I'd like to leave it that way and not screw it up. So that's the last thing I'd want to do, is ruin something like this. So I will leave it as is. It's kind of stiff, nice piece, not unit marked, not issued. And you know what? Nice condition. If these things aren't around, this is 1860s and on. They put ammo in them. So great piece to have if you're into that era. And it's British War Department, so you can put it off with British or Canadian fight if you felt so inclined. So that'll get listed. I do have one listed, but it's regimental and not as stiff as that. This also walked in the door. Same buff leather. And is there any marks? No. It's got a King's Crown belt buckle. So, you know, it's not Victorian. I just listed one that's Victorian. Let's see if there's any unit marks on here. Sometimes they stamp them. No, this has no unit marks. So that is now not listed yet, but I did list. See the belt buckle there. It's not Victorian, the one I have that I listed. So this is, you know, just pre-World War I. Nice piece, not listed yet. Bought that today. And what also came with it was a nice buff leather frog. So not something, you know, you don't really find them. They're all messed up. Again, you can see what I said about the Blanco. There you go. And that's the proper color of them untouched. And then this is them when they buff them, put Blanco on, sorry, after the fact. So that's a nice piece. Not listed yet. This piece is, this is really nice. You can't have it. I'm sorry, but it's already spoken for. So it's a Navy officer's tunic. So what, right? He's got aide-de-camp aigulets on there. Higher ranking, great, right? Distinguished Service Cross. So from what I am told, and I didn't research this, but from what I'm told, this is the only Distinguished Service Cross given out during the Korean War. That's what I was told. I'm hoping I'm right. I'm hoping someone's not going to tell me I'm wrong. Well, they probably will. Let me be specific. 2 Canadians. So, in there is the gentleman's name, and it is Dun Lantier, Lantier. I am told that he was the commander of the ship for HMCS Haida during the Korean War, and he wore this after, and thusly he's got the aide-de-camp aigulets on. So this is already spoken for by a museum, which is the only reason I bought it, truthfully. Not something you find every day, and you can see the buffs all over my hands now, because now it's on the tunic. Great piece, love it. Got it, great piece of history there. Spoken for already, so sorry you can't purchase it, but it's pretty cool. So there's that. And as you can tell, we refilled the back space with all the stuff that we repriced and put up some more hooks to hang some more pew-pews, we'll call it. This is neat. World War I, Sam Brown with the double cross straps and an ammo pouch and holster. Unusual holster in the sense that, see the connection? This is not normally like that with the holster. So this is really good. What's even better, someone pointed out to me that was obviously paying more attention than me, is that on the strap is a gentleman's name. And it says, his name's H.J. Brown. Is it? No, that's who made it, sorry. You know, it's a 9th something regiment. Oh, here we go. I want to say Lincolnshire, but don't quote me on that. I'm going to really have to sit there and take a piece of paper with a pencil. You can make out 9th, and you can make out his name. But I can't tell you exactly who it is on camera. I'm going to have to work at it with a pencil and paper and cover over it and see if I can come up with a name on this. Just trace over it. But that's really cool, and then I can research it and figure out whose it is. But you don't get the double strap ones very often. You get the single strap normally. So very nice combination. That is not even photoed yet. I'm going to do research on it before I list it. So another thing to get to. But put all this stuff over here before it falls down. Let's see. So I bought this at a show, and this is my fault. Guy told me it was a German sniper scope, and it is German. And I went, cool. And it wasn't cheap. It wasn't $5. It was a lot of money. And I went, okay. He's like, oh, I'll go look it up. I'm like, no, that's fine. I'll buy it. And I know this guy doesn't sell firearms parts or whatever normally, so I should have just looked it up instead of going, yeah, whatever, and giving him the money. I don't know, whatever. I wasn't thinking. I just thought it was cool, so I bought it. So it's got the leather cap covers on. You know, it's got an adjustment at the top. It's got the claw foot. You know, no problem, right? I can't find this in a book I have on German snipers equipment and sniper rifles. So it's marked AJAC and then AJAC and Kroll Berlin South 35. That's the only marking on it. And looking in the book, it should have some dirty bird symbols on, as I'm sure you understand. This is a very high power scope. I don't think it's a sniper scope. And it should be marked as such or in a different case. This is a really high-end leather case for it. There's no markings. I can't find any other markings besides what I just described. I'm thinking it says AJAC 10 times. I'm thinking, and it's serial numbered, I'm thinking it's off an artillery piece. That's the only thing I can think of, because it's not off a sniper rifle. There's no way this is off a sniper rifle. But you know what? What do I know? Maybe it's something. So right there, AJAC, and right there, AJAC, Kroll, Berlin, 3. The optics are crystal clear on this. If you put this on a sniper rifle, truthfully, it would be incredible. But I don't think it's off a sniper rifle. I think it's off of a artillery piece. But you know what? I have no proof. I'm hoping for once that someone who watches this video will go, oh no, it's such and such, and here's a picture of it in use, which would be great. But you know what? I don't know what the hell it is. And yes, I Google imaged it, couldn't find it, nothing. There's nothing like this, and it's got all the straps. There's not one mark on it. There's no marks on this case. There's no dirty bird. There's no date. There's no nothing. I really don't know. So that's not listed yet. I'm trying to figure out what it is before I do anything with it. So there's that. This is cool. I own this at one time. I got this out of a museum. This is years ago. And I sold it to someone. I don't remember who. And then I ended up getting it back recently. So what's neat about this, and this is listed on the website already, is that it's marked number 1 AOS school, RCAF in Malton, and his service number, Flying Officer Colin Ogden, and with a J service number, which is an officer's. What's neat, so you got this little bag. What's neat is that inside is his personal stuff. And let's see, what's in here? I guess, and it's nicely marked RCAF. I haven't had one like this complete, really nice. I guess let's see what's in, you know what? Let's see what this is. Toothbrush holder, maybe? That's what I would use for a toothbrush holder. Maybe. Guess I get covered in stuff here. Nope, I don't know. Oh, that's the remnants of a toothbrush. Wow, okay. That's totally fallen apart. All right, that's interesting. The handle. So that's neat, and it's interesting because it's got holes on each side to keep it from growing moldy. So that's neat. Put this back in. It's got a little pair of scissors. I have no idea what that's for. It's empty. It's all good. Soap dish. Cool. And I assume hairbrush. Yeah, that's a hairbrush. Nail file and all. Nicely marked RCAF. Gets better. There's another case in here, and even more. Let's see what this one does. Oh, there's his name again, C.W. Ogden. So that's cool. Okay, guess he liked to take care of himself. So, shaving mirror, another pair of scissors, another brush, bottle cologne, maybe, not sure. Very cool. So it's all one guy's stuff. It came together. This was mine. I sold it. I know I did. I don't remember how long ago. This was a while ago. But I ended up getting it back through another dealer who's like, oh, you want that? I'm like, yeah, sure. Why not? I own that. I do remember that. So I don't remember what I sold it for, who I sold it to, but something different. That is listed on the website already. By the time you see this, it might be gone. What do I know? So the problem is that there's so much coming in, and I'm trying to push stuff up onto the site to get it out the door and off the floor. And unless you're watching the site 5 days a week, because we list Tuesday to Saturday, you're going to miss stuff. I had a video to do on a transitional German helmet and a Luftwaffe M40 single decal helmet. I was going to add that to a video, add it to this video, whichever. And we put it up on the website, and it's gone. Somebody bought both of them together, and I got to ship them out to them. But that's exactly the problem is stuff comes in, it's gone. So if you're not paying attention, it's already sold. And maybe that's not up your alley. Maybe there's something else it is, but that's the way it is. You have to pay attention or the stuff's gone, because we're actively listing, and I do more listing than I do videos because it comes down to time. This walked in the door today, last but not least. I liked it. I might just keep it. It wasn't cheap, but whatever, I liked it. So, Prussian, as you can tell by the guard, which I will show you, it's going to be upside down, but there you go. Prussian eagle on the guard. I had to wipe the blade off because it had so much junk on it. Nice blade. Very nice blade. So, this side, we have the battle honors of Peninsula, Waterloo, Garcia, Hernandez, marked HW at the top of the blade there. And then we go to the other side, and it's Wilhelm II, and it clearly says Ulan Regiment number 13. Sorry, Ulan Regiment, blah, 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 blah. Thuringian. Ulan Regiment number 13. Is that? Yes, right. And there is his name. Don't ask me to tell you what it says. Could say Polski Gorki. I don't think so. But very nice blued panels on this sword. Really nice. And then on the spine, you also see, and as I keep telling you, don't touch the blade, so that's why I'm not, but really nice blade. It's not Damascus. It's not like some incredibly rare blade. It's a nice sword. And I sold one recently, and I kind of went, probably should have kept that. But like everything when you're running a retail store, you can't keep it all. There's too much stuff coming and going, and you know what? Rent has to be paid, employees have to be paid, and my friends at the government want their money every month. Boy, do I pay them a lot of money. Wow, it's criminal. Anyways, thanks for looking. Follow me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Check out my website, militaryantiquestoronto.com. It's always cheaper on the website. It's cheaper than eBay. It's in Canadian funds. If we overcharge you on shipping, I refund the money. It's not rocket science. You don't have to send an email. I'm the one who does the shipping, so I will gladly, I keep on top of it, and I refund it. I think I missed one in a year, and that was my fault, but whatever. No one else's fault but mine. I'll take responsibility. Thanks for looking. Hope you have a good day. Take care. Bye.